This is ABC7 News at 6. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Jacqueline has the evening off. New tonight, a Venice High School football player is arrested for felony drug charges. Police arresting 18-year-old Jeremy Trebles Jr. yesterday on Central Avenue in Sarasota. Police say he had about 4 grams of crack cocaine on him at the time. Trebles was a part of Venice High's state championship football team this past season. We spoke to his coach about the arrest.
Our job and my job as an educator and why I got in this business is to help young men and young women get to where they want to be in life. And obviously there's going to be situations where people make mistakes. And even though he made an awful mistake and a horrible decision, you know, we're going to try to get Jeremy back on track.
Treble is charged with possession of cocaine with intent to sell within 1,000 feet of a school or place of worship. He was released from the Sarasota County Jail Monday on a $20,000 bond. A structure fire at a Siesta Key condo complex causing major traffic delays. Sarasota County fire officials responding to a fire on Windsong Lane this afternoon. That's off Midnight Pass Road. Fire officials say the fire started in the wall between the 3rd and 4th floors of the condo.
We did call a second alarm to have units respond to help look for hidden fires and make sure we didn't have any extension. We did do some investigation, and we found that there was fire in that floor space that we were able to quickly extinguish with an aggressive interior attack.
Fire officials say no one was hurt, and the state fire marshal is investigating what caused it. Sheriff's deputies have the 5900 block of Midnight Pass Road down to 1 lane for much of the afternoon, which is slowing traffic on that part of Siesta Key. The city of Venice is preparing for some of the biggest construction work it's seen in years. The downtown area, including Venice Avenue, is set to be ripped up and rebuilt in an effort to refurbish old and cracked roadways. City engineers say the road has been taken down all the way to the base to avoid future cracking and damage. While all of that is being done, new drainage and sidewalks will be added. The project is adding to stress to business owners whose businesses are right in that construction zone.
We're hoping to keep the lines of communication open with the city and the contractor so that if anything has to be closed, like a sidewalk, it's going to be closed for a period of time, that they let us know.
The project has a very tight deadline of only 240 days. The bid process for construction companies closes in February, and then work should get underway in April. The city's goal is to have all that work complete by the beginning of November. Time to get a check on our weather now with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Bob, some fog around most of this afternoon.
Yeah, right along the coast, Scott. The marine fog advisory has expired, but there's still some lingering over South Sarasota County waters as well as Charlotte Harbor. You can see it was rather thick here at Casey Key. Tough boating conditions out there in the Gulf of Mexico. That's why it's very important to always have a sound device, whistle or some sort of fog horn, if you will, when you're boating out there. But now things are looking much better here at Casey Key, getting ready for a nice sunset, and looks like things are clearing out down south too. The visibility getting better in Venice now, and looks like that will only continue over the next hour or so as all this fog says bye-bye. As the cold front and colder and drier air moves in, that fog will burn off as a result of that happening. Now, that warm, moist air will exit right and will cool down here a little bit, and there's no more watches and warnings for us. In fact, there was a dense fog advisory. That has since expired, so not a problem there. But the showers and rain that we had around earlier are well to the south, as that front will continue to work to the southeast. We'll look for cooler weather for the next couple of days, a warm up, and then another cold front on the way. More on that coming up in a few minutes. Scott.
All right, Bob, thank you. A Manatee County commissioner is calling for the resignation of an executive director at a local youth center. The commissioner claims the director, who is also an educator, is dropping the ball when it comes to program funding and is not doing his job. ABC7's Dwayne Lindo joins us live tonight with more on the story. Dwayne?
Well, Scott, that's right. You mentioned he's an educator, well respected by Palmetto's mayor. But that county commissioner says he's getting hundreds of complaints from parents regarding the lack of programs here at the center.
The Palmetto Youth Center has been a staple in the community long before Shirley Groover Bryant became mayor.
It's important, it's instrumental to making Palmetto the best it can be.
So it came to a surprise to her when Manatee County Commissioner Charles Smith called for the resignation of the center's executive director, Reggie Bellamy.
I'm kind of blindsided by it. I don't know the total, the other background that is coming to the plate.
Smith says he supported the executive director in the beginning until July of last year, when the commission recommended to cut $114,000 for funding. Reggie Bellamy was told he could appeal to the Board of County Commissioners to reestablish those funds.
Mr. Bellamy did not show up. I had to advocate to the Board of County Commissioners to save that $114,000, and it's in the allocation now.
Smith also says he learned that more than 100 students, at their parents' request, have left the center altogether, and has heard as many concerns about the future of the youth center.
They had lost the football program, 4 football teams, 2 flag football teams, all the cheerleaders, all the parents had left the Palmetto Youth Center.
In addition to losing multiple programs within the center, Smith says the center's executive director is not doing the job he's being paid to do.
To go out in the community, raise money, to build relationships and partnerships, and that is not happening. You cannot receive taxpayers' money and don't show up to work.
At this point, Smith has not heard from Bellamy or the center's board of directors.
Our kids are suffering. This is not about Reggie Bellamy. This is about our children. So he needs to resign soon. He has to February the 1st to resign.
Commissioner Smith says if he doesn't resign by that date, he would take the necessary steps to make sure that he does. We also did try to reach out to Bellamy for comment, but we didn't get a response. Reporting live in Palmetto, Dwayne Lindo, your Suncoast News.
All right, Dwayne, thank you so much. The Sarasota County School District and the Teachers Union are negotiating teacher pay increases, but it hasn't been an easy process so far. Teachers have been vocal about wanting that increase in pay. So far, the district and the union are not far off from a just over 3% increase. The issue gets more complicated when it comes to how the money is being distributed. The school district wants to follow a performance pay standard where teachers are paid based on their effectiveness in the classroom. The union wants teachers to be paid based on their years of service.
When you look at average teacher salaries for all 67 school districts, we show we have the second highest average salary of any district in the state of Florida.
Tonight on ABC7 News at 7, we'll take a look into this issue and find out if Sarasota County teachers are among the highest paid in Florida. Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is asking the community for support in helping a deputy who suffered a tragedy yesterday. Corrections deputy Anna Ferguson and her family lost everything in a devastating house fire. Fire officials believe the fire originated in a children's bedroom and may have been caused by an electrical issue. The Sheriff's Office is helping Deputy Ferguson, but they're looking for help from the community as well. A GoFundMe page has been started for the family, and if you'd like to donate, you can visit the website shown there on your screen. It's a GoFundMe.com website. It says Ferguson family lost home in fire. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, Florida lawmakers asking for more safety standards for high-speed passenger rails across the state. And a new bill that would require public school students to get HPV vaccinations. Those stories coming up right after this.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Why settle for less? Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's 2017 most trusted brand, best overall brand, and lowest 5-year cost to own. And Subaru Impreza is an IIHS top safety pick for 11 years running. Lease the all-new Subaru Impreza for just $185 a month, or get 0% financing and 0 down with complimentary maintenance included. That's right, not 1 penny down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
You don't want to miss the annual Venice Orchid Show and Sale February 3rd and 4th at the Venice Community Center. It is the largest orchid show on Florida's west coast with thousands of blooming orchids on display and for sale. You'll also find orchid growing supplies, artwork, jewelry, accessories, and free classes. Make plans now to attend the Venice Orchid Show and Sale February 3rd and 4th at the Venice Community Center. Go to vaos.org online for more details.
Recent deaths along the path of a new rail system in South Florida have left several lawmakers calling for greater state oversight of passenger rails. Legislation filed in Tallahassee would create the Florida High-Speed Passenger Rail Safety Act. The bill is aimed at establishing safety standards for the fast-moving trains and installing better safety measures along the tracks, especially at railroad crossings. Legislation would require Brightline to foot the estimated $350 million bill for those enhancements. That includes realigning crossing gates, fence construction, and warning systems to alert a train in advance that something is on the track.
Our citizens are not used to these trains, so the public awareness is very important to let the community know the trains are coming.
Supporters of the legislation say Florida currently has little to no state regulation governing high-speed rail safety. Since the recent deaths, Brightline has placed additional electronic signage at busy intersections in South Florida, warning the public about more frequent and faster trains. A recent bill filed in the Florida Senate would create a new vaccine requirement for public school students. The Women's Cancer Prevention Act revises child immunization requirements to include a vaccine for HPV. Public school students in Florida are already required to get vaccinations for tetanus, mumps, and other diseases. The bill states there would be procedures to exempt a child from receiving this vaccination. Also today, a House panel approves a proposal that would gradually require more public schools in the state to offer computer science courses. The bill would require at least 4% of middle and high schools in each school district to offer computer science courses in the upcoming school year. The bill does not include a past proposal that would have allowed high school students to take computer coding to satisfy foreign language requirements. Governor Rick Scott announced today that multiple healthcare associations have agreed to support his rule to have emergency generators to power their air conditioning units during emergencies. These associations have agreed to drop their challenges and get emergency generators. Hundreds of nursing homes and assisted living facilities in Florida have already agreed to follow the governor's rule and are working to install the necessary equipment. While the challenges against the current rules have been dropped by all parties, these rules are still awaiting ratification by the Florida legislature. Up next, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with your First Alert weather forecast for the rest of the work week.
Motor Trend said the new Alfa Romeo Giulia is hands down the best sports sedan you can buy today, and named it the 2018 Motor Trend Car of the Year. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Fact: the top 3 Marriott hotels in North and South America are on the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, according to a recent survey of 363 Marriott hotels. The Marriott at Grand National, the Marriott Shoals Hotel, and the Grand Hotel. And 2 of the top 3 Renaissance hotels are also on the trail: Ross Bridge in Birmingham and the Battle House in Mobile. Southern hospitality still rules. For reservations or information, visit rtjgolf.com/resorts.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
I heard about the Detoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Detoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
My name is Stefan Campagna. We're Ben Gates and Dramus, and here is your law tip of the week. If you've been injured or arrested, I know this feels like the end of the road, but really it's the beginning of a long, potentially stressful process. So give us a call. Let us give you some peace of mind.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
I'm Alan Cohn. Teachers protesting. Sarasota teachers are asking for more money. The district says it doesn't have it. So why is the superintendent getting a bonus?
Tonight on ABC7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
When evaluating the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, Car and Driver magazine said every crossover should be this good to drive. We agree. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Well, this is Severe Weather Awareness Week,
right.
Getting the message out to a lot of people, including our young viewers.
Yeah,
today.
they have to learn, too, about what the severe weather is about. You kind of assume it, for doing weather so long, but their kids are growing up and learning just as we speak. And so I got a chance to get out there and talk to them at Manatee Elementary School in Bradenton. Had some great questions there and a lot of questions about hurricanes and also lightning. There they are right there. The kids all gathered, about 5th grade class, getting ready to go to middle school not too long from now. And they're learning about the water cycle, and had to explain that a little bit to them and talk to them about the tools that we use as meteorologists. So a great day today at the Manatee Elementary. We talked about severe weather. And in fact, let's go to the maps to show you what we have as far as weather goes right now. This is O'Leary's. Patrick Egan sending this out from O'Leary's right there on City Island. A foggy forecast, as you see, and this is the same shot, or at least the fog is, and this is the North Jetty. Christian Stokes getting that one, and we are looking at the Titan radar right now showing some rain down to our south. We had showers earlier here, rain associated with a front. We talked about cold fronts and warm fronts and low pressure systems as well, and we certainly had a cold front now moving through our area. Out ahead of it, some prefrontal showers this morning. Those since have moved well down to our south, and looks like that frontal boundary will stay to our south, far enough south that we'll see sunshine tomorrow, intermixed with some high clouds, as we still have this very active subtropical jet stream, which is streaming overhead, and you can see right now, skies are beginning to clear across the northern portion of the state. Still some high clouds around here. And as far as our current conditions go, it's clear. It's 68. Dew point is dropping now. It was at 65 just an hour ago. And winds are out of the north, northwest at 9. The pressure 30.05 inches, and that is going to be rising. The high today was above average 73. We'll go below the average, which is 71. For the next couple of days. So look for highs in the upper 60s, both on Wednesday and Thursday. And dew point temperatures already starting to drop. This is an important tool that we use, the dew point temperature, to determine how cold things may get and how dry the atmosphere is. And right now it's at 34 in Tallahassee. Our number at 63. This will get down into the mid-50s to lower 50s by tomorrow morning, that dew point temperature. Tomorrow's hourly forecast, as we start off in the low to mid-50s, we'll warm up into the upper 60s, which is just a couple of degrees below average. It should be a nice day with some high clouds occasionally moving through. No mention of rainfall over the next couple of days. In fact, Futurecast taking you through time, showing that frontal boundary continuing to sag southward and kind of hang out over South Florida, down near the Keys, Miami, West Palm. They're going to get a little bit more cloudiness over the next couple of days, and then we'll see that cooler air. I want to show you the long-range forecast models, and the purple that you see coming down is the extremely cold air. So this next cold front that we get on Sunday is not going to be too bad, but this is February in a couple of weeks from now. And this is early February. This is extreme cold again, coming back down into the Central Plain states, and it looks like it may reach us. Now, is it going to be as cold as we saw last week? It doesn't look so right now, but it's going to get close. So I don't think it will be as cold, but it definitely will be colder than the front we're seeing now and the one we'll see on Sunday. Northwest winds at 20 knots out there and seas at 2 to 4 feet. That's the start today. Seas will subside somewhat in the afternoon. Here's the extended forecast as we see it. So tonight, low temperatures in the mid-50s, highs tomorrow right around 68, 69 degrees. Same on Thursday. After a pretty chilly start on Thursday morning, 48 degrees. And we'll warm up into the low to mid-70s on Friday. Looks good. Saturday, increasing clouds. And then here comes the next cold front. Late Saturday, Sunday, showers and even a few isolated thunderstorms. 70% chance of rain with a 20% chance to see thunderstorms. Linda?
Coming up, we'll introduce you to an amazing Suncoast woman who's 3, 2, 1.
First out the door when it matters most. For more than a decade, he's been right there, everywhere. And when American jobs are on the line, he leads the charge. ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir is America's most watched newscast, and we thank you.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
The classic film Singing in the Rain is coming to the Players Center in a live stage show opening January 17th. All the dances and all the songs you've come to know and love, all a part of our Wild Broadway series. Get your tickets now for this limited run by calling the Players at 365-2494 or visit us online at theplayers.org. You too can be singing in the rain.
Around the neighborhood or around town, you'll feel good and look even better driving your new Fiat. For maximum performance, check out the all-new Fiat Spider. You'll flip over the superior handling and capability. Or follow roads less traveled in the Fiat 500X. So go big or go small. With prices starting as low as $13,999, you're sure to find a Fiat that fits your style during the Start Something New event, going on now at Sunset Fiat of Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
When I think of kids going to school hungry, hunger, homelessness, in this land of plenty, seriously? Come on, we could fix this. Help out, or don't. The choice is yours.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Today's amazing Suncoast woman has dedicated her life to giving troubled teens a second chance. ABC7's Linda Carson introduces us to Heather Todd.
Heather Todd has it all. She's proud of her husband's work as a police officer and of their 2 sons. And she has a job that's challenging, immensely fulfilling. It changes lives for the better and makes our community a better place to live. Heather graduated from Riverview High.
I went on to play softball at Pasco Hernando Community College and then went to USF, so go Bulls.
Then she found her calling.
My final internship for my bachelor program with the School of Social Work through USF, I was able to do my final internship with Teen Court.
She's been there ever since.
I loved it. I was the case manager. I worked with these young people that have made a poor choice, and I had the opportunity to watch them grow.
Students from 8 to 18 come here to face charges they would otherwise face in court.
Teen court is a sentencing hearing. They're taking responsibility for the poor choice that they made, and they're explaining their side of the story.
Prosecuting and defense attorneys and jurors are all teens.
And that jury is made up of young people that have made poor choices themselves, and also young people that are volunteering.
Their sentencing includes community service and serving on the teen court jury. A young man with 17 felonies said that serving on that jury changed his life.
He went on to Hofstra Law School, where he started a teen court in Nassau County because he saw a need in their community for a teen court program. And now he's back in our community. He's a criminal defense attorney. He's on my board of directors.
Heather shares her job experiences with her sons.
We talk about consequences all the time in our house and good choices, and life's about decisions. But I also expose them to, they volunteer at teen court. They come with me on Monday nights in South County and Wednesday nights in Sarasota. School's important, getting involved is important, but how you treat everyone on a day-to-day basis is really, really important.
And her life lesson?
I think that you have to take care of yourself so that you can take care of others. I think the work that I do is so rewarding. It allows me to be a better person. I know it allows me to be a better mom. I know it allows me to be a better wife, and I know it allows me to be a better executive director.
More than 11,000 young people have come through teen court since it started in 1988. And just last year, teen court saved the community $2 million by keeping these young people out of the court system. Linda Carson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Linda, thank you so much. And the fog is gone.
Yeah, the fog is gone.
That's
it
good.
Looks like things are clearing up here along the Sun Coast. Maybe a little bit still hanging on near Charlotte Harbor and a little places north. By the way, download our weather app. You can go. We've got some tips for severe weather awareness week 2 that meteorologist John Scalzi is doing, as well as myself. And we'll do some more tornado drill tomorrow at 10 a.m. Statewide, really. So there's no severe weather around, so they'll be able to go and do that tornado drill at 10 a.m.
That's nice. Okay. Thank you, Bob. Thank you for joining us. World News Tonight with David Muir is next. Our next news at 7, and then again tonight at 11. We'll see you later.